Hey guys, it's me. It's at Retro J to that single E. And can you believe it's almost the end of June and we still don't have any live crowd shows? It's just, this is a very odd year. Very odd year, I gotta say. But anyways, Dynamite. How was Dynamite? Did it beat NXT? Was it even close? It's still neck and neck, but yeah. Dynamite has basically been keeping ahead of NXT for last couple months. Barely by a small margin, but the numbers there. Let's get into the show. Let's see what happened. Let's find out if it was a good show. We start the night right off the bat with the AEW Tag Team Championship. Y'all know our champions are Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. And was it a good match? Goodness, yes it was. Goodness, yes, it was a great opening match. It was Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes, Mr. Goldust himself. It was just a great match. Both teams brought that heat, but the way the match unfolded, it could have gone either way, and it was very exciting to watch this. It was a great start to the whole night. Match number 2, we have Anna Jay versus Abaddon. I've never heard of Anna Jay before. She came out, she has like a magician woman gimmick, and y'all, Abaddon, she's that creepy looking Silent Hill kind of looking character. I can't say much on this one because it literally lasted like a minute. It wasn't really a short. I mean, it wasn't real like a squash. It's just very quick. Very quick. I guess you could say it was squash, but anyways, it was short and creepy and very hard hitting. So Abaddon will take the win on this one. Afterwards, we have the exalted one, Brody Lee. He comes out and he offers Colt Cabana a contract. We find out later that this is just an offer to be in a tag match this next week. And he also seems to recruit Anna Jay. So now we have the first female Dark Order member. Moving on to match number 3. It's the one Billy Gunn. That's right. They don't call him Billy Gunn, they just call him Billy. I call him Billy Gunn because, I loved DX back in the day, and he was a very important part of DX. It was Billy Gunn versus MJF. I have to say this about this match, guys. Y'all know that MJF is absolutely probably the best heel in wrestling, in modern wrestling today. This match, even though Billy Gunn is a bit older, this was an absolute masterclass in heel tactics. The in-ring chemistry was off the charts, I have to say. There was even a moment where MJF threw shades of DX's got 2 words for you moment. I love that. MJF will sneakily take the win after his heel tactics are very successful in the ring. After this, we have a brawl that breaks out because MJF is still kind of beefing with Jungle Boy. So MJF and Wardlow, they will have a brawl afterwards with the Jurassic Express. And it was good. It was great. I'm loving this push for Jungle Boy. I like it. Match number 4. This was very interesting. When I first heard about this match, it was an open challenge for the TNT Championship. And Cody basically said he'll take all newcomers, anybody that wants to challenge for this belt, and other promotions, whatever. At first I thought this was a crossover with NWA Power, which I was incorrect in this. Cody takes on Ricky Starks for the TNT Championship, and Ricky Starks, if you don't know, was the TV champion on NWA Power. Actually, he's a free agent now because he did lose that belt to Zicky Dice probably 2 or 3 months ago before this whole pandemic thing started. And Ricky Starks is basically signed now with AEW, which is pretty cool because Ricky Starks is a very good wrestler. This was a very impressive first AEW outing for Mr. Ricky Starks. Very solid in-ring work. I could see him doing pretty good stuff. He's very similar to Sammy Guevara in most ways. Unfortunately, even though it was a very good match, Cody will take the win and retain his TNT Championship in this match. Match number 5, we have the Super Bad Squad. Yes, Super Bad Squad, which consists of Kip Sabian, Jimmy Havoc, and Penelope Ford versus Young Bucks. Now, say what you will, and even Wildcat doesn't really agree with me on this one, but I like the Young Bucks. Young Bucks are fun to watch in the ring. Their moves are very high spotty, but if you don't like that, then I would suggest not watching the Young Bucks. But this was high flying fun. Butcher and Blade was on one side, FTR was the other, trying to keep each other in check. And afterwards, we have a brawl. We have a brawl where FTR and the Bucks clean house of everyone. I don't even know where this is going. I don't know if they're trying to beat the Bucks to have this Ultimate Fantasy Dream match, but we'll see in the future. Young Bucks will take the win on this match. Final match of the night, we have Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara versus the Best Friends for that title opportunity at Fyter Fest coming up on July 1st and 8th, which will be a 2-part show. And this is a title opportunity to go against Adam Page and Kenny Omega for the Tag Team Championships. This was very fun, very entertaining. So many dirty tactics going on. Best Friends will take the win, and I'm going to tell you why. And I didn't expect this to happen, but this goes shade back to last week when Chris Jericho beat down Orange Cassidy with that bag of oranges. So there was a moment in the match where Sammy Guevara is thrown against the ropes, and it's very quick. And if you blink, you miss it. The cameraman's on the side. You'll see him very quickly, like half a millisecond, put his arm out when Sammy gets against the ropes. It makes Sammy trip. And then that causes him to get pinned because Jericho is outside the ring getting beat down. And yeah, it's crazy because after this match, the camera guy nonchalantly comes up to the ramp in the ring with Chris Jericho while Chris Jericho's back's turned. And then this is Orange Cassidy's retribution against Chris and that sack of oranges. And he beats him down stone cold style, and then Orange Cassidy turns against the corner and gives the most hellacious Superman punch I've probably ever seen in wrestling. It's better than Roman Reigns' Superman punch, yes. Even though this guy, most people don't like him. But anyways, that was Dynamite, and it was, in my opinion, Dynamite. Anyways, stay safe, be good to each other, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See you on the flip side. This is Retro Joe, and I have to go because I got more wrestling shows to watch. So, I'll see you next time, and remember to keep it retro.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Pro Wrestling Power Podcast Wednesday Night Wars. This is Wildcat Shane Parsons, and I'm proud to bring you a review of NXT. That's right, the black and gold brand of WWE. And this week they started off on fire. We get Imperium versus Breezango. That's right. It's the match we never knew we wanted, but once we saw it, we want it again. Oh my goodness, these four work so well together in the ring. Of course, we expected that out of Fandango and Tyler Breeze. They're two great workers who kind of floundered on the main roster, which happens to NXT stars. But these two guys are brilliant. Their entrance making fun of Imperium. Oh my goodness, could they be modern day Edge and Christian? Could they? Only time will tell. I mean, it was entertaining. That was a great match. These four work really well together. There was a lot of back and forth. You really thought at times that Breezango could win. And if you had Distraction Finish on your WWE bingo card, yes, that's right. They threw the dart of finishes and they came up with Distraction for this one. And other tag teams came out like Induce Share and another one whose name escapes me at this moment. I can't read my own handwriting, so that's a thing. That happens a lot on the show. I can't read my handwriting. I need to print it out or type it. But they were out. They were brawling outside the ring. It got the attention of people. It was Fandango rolled up the non-legal member, and there was a DDT, there was a pin. Imperium holds on to the belts, and except for distraction, I thought it was a really, really good match. I want to see this one again without any of the shenanigans, because this was pay-per-view quality to open the show. And it was kind of just thrown together. You know, last week we were like, oh wait, Breezango's back. And now they're in the title scene. But now we see exactly why. The Velveteen Dream's doing an interview backstage. And he's sitting on a couch. And Dexter Lumis is in the back. And he draws this picture of him and Velveteen Dream as a tag team. And by goodness, dude, I love Dexter Lumis. This guy, amazing. Like, sincerely, one of my favorite characters to debut in the past few months. I was wondering about how some of these people would get over with no crowds, but he's done it. He's pulled it off very well. Then we get Damian Priest and Killian Dane. They provided a nice bathroom break. Actually, the next two matches were the bathroom break segment. And what's sad is these two guys are two really solid workers. Like, I've seen matches with them with other people, and they'd be fantastic. But these two guys just have no chemistry together, and they're kind of similar. It's weird, because you expect these two names to at least be a solid match. But it was awkward. Like I said, they have no chemistry. And it really didn't do anything for either one of them. I mean, Damian Priest he's got it. And since he has it, I hope they find something for him. I mean, he's a guy that can be a star right now even, but definitely down the road. And yeah, I just hope they find a real program for him. But it's going to be hard because NXT's getting stacked. They have some talent. Then Aaliyah beat a much better than her Zia Lee because Robert Stone was drunk and threw up in the ring. Yeah. Usually NXT's where I get away from this Russo-rific booking crap. But apparently not. I couldn't get that lucky this week. I mean, and Zia Lee was obviously the better of the two. It was weird in spots. Aaliyah, I think, is a little too green to be put in these positions, especially with somebody. Zia Lee's good, but I don't think she's good enough to lead a match like that yet. So both of them were a little too green for this spot. But Zia's a little bit closer to being ready for prime time, if you will. Then Bronson Reed, he beat everyone's favorite jobber, Leon Ruff. And I get he's everyone's favorite jobber because he gets beat by everybody. So, I mean, squashes are supposed to mean something, but if we see a guy get absolutely demolished every week, it kind of takes some of the shine off of it. I mean, it really didn't do anything. It added to the bathroom break, I guess. And then there was a huge / confusing interview segment, and it put a lot of stories together. You should really watch it and just take it a bit at a time and roll through every little thing that they set up. The biggest thing that we're getting out of it immediately is Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano, and Finn Balor. So we're getting that at least. A little rushed, probably, but hey, we're getting there. So we've had 2 distraction finishes so far on the show. Let's see how many more we can get. Their dart was just all over that spot this week. Dakota Kai beats Kaden Carter after, you guessed it, a distraction from Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Gonzalez was beating the crap out of Casey, and because they were both ringside, and it really sets up that we're going to get this as a tag team match down the road, and I hope it's the beginning of building Kaden Carter and Casey as a tag team, because these two, they can be sympathetic faces and make it work, and it just seems like a logical place to go. Because eventually, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez are going to be in the title scene for the women's belt. Well, Dakota Kai is, but I think her and Raquel need to fight it out for that spot, maybe. This is some long-range storytelling. If you're hiring WWE, I can help. Trust me, your shows can't get much worse. Then we get the main event of the night, Bayley and Sasha versus Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. I mean, honestly, this was a lot of fun. Bayley and Sasha did a really good job of helping two really good young talents along. There were a lot of spots where the challengers were allowed to shine. Tegan choke slammed a lady over the rope, and then Shotzi Blackheart reversed the bank statement into a cattle mutilation, and that was a really nice spot. Really well done by both ladies. And they threw the dart again and come up with distraction finish number 4 for the night. So with the free space, you guys won WWE booking bingo there. Yeah, distracted ref allowed Bayley to reverse the reverse, if you will, and we got a tap out. Of course, that was but the reason it was distracted because Tegan Nox was going to use a chair that the bad guys had put in the ring, because, you know, that's how it works. And then we get a really cool moment. I'm glad they did. They're celebrating, and Io Shirai arrived, and she reminded everybody that NXT is her show, and she runs the women's division. And hopefully this sets up some stuff down the road, because her and Bayley, or I would really love to see her and Sasha, or maybe her find a tag team partner. There's a lot of places you can go with this, and every one of them are good. Anyway, it was good. It opened well, and then there was a nice bathroom break in the middle. So if you had tacos the night before, you had plenty of time before you could get back to the good stuff. Anyway, that's been this week's review of NXT. Come back to me Friday for let's talk about some SmackDown. Anyway, if you like what we do, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down there. And thank you guys. God bless.